So you can burn out on the Max Pro, but you cannot burn out completely, ever, never, ever, never, never, ever. You can take it till you can use the Max Pro till your arms fall off, till your legs fall off, till your head's rolling down the street. What is up, guys? Very happy to be back today with another video. An awesome subscriber, one of the awesome subscribers of this channel, reached out and they had a fantastic question. They've been seeing a lot of the videos that I've been putting out lately about not only bringing sets to failure, but also the types of equipment that would be best for you in order to bring sets to failure. You guys know that I recommend the Tonal. You guys know I just recently put out a video. I recommend the Tonal for home. I recommend the Handy Gym for on the go, or even for a piece of home equipment. I recommend adjustable dumbbells. I recommend, even if you want to delve into the whole like resistance band thing, I mean, if you have no other choice, I would say maybe you could delve into that. I had one of the awesome subscribers reach out and say, Joe, you've mentioned a couple of times that you don't necessarily endorse the Max Pro, and I saw that video you made comparing the Tonal, the Handy Gym, and the Max Pro, and I get it, I like it, but I just had a quick question. Can't you just do what you've been saying, Joe, which is take every set to failure? Can't you just take every set to failure on the Max Pro? Absolutely you can, guys. Guys, I don't want you to get it twisted. I don't endorse the Max Pro. I don't think it's worth your money. I don't think it's worth your time. I don't think it's going to give you the best benefits as far as muscle building. But if you look back, guys, I did a Max Pro video before I ever had my hands on the Max Pro, where I said there was a lot of good things about it. I don't want you guys to get it twisted. I would never buy one. I would never buy one. But does that mean you shouldn't buy one? No, it doesn't mean that. If you like it, if you like the idea of it, that's great. You just have to know what you're getting, and that's all I'm trying to convey in the videos that I've been putting out. I was asked to do videos on the Max Pro. People wanted my opinion on it. They know I use the Tonal, they know I use the Handy Gym, they want my opinion on the Max Pro. It's big on the market, there's a lot of hype about it, their commercials will suck you in and make you think this is the most fantastic thing in the earth. And I'm just trying to show you through my videos and through my testing and through my experience with it, whether or not it's good for me, would I recommend it to you, and what you're getting exactly. So, is it a horrible machine? No, it's not a horrible machine. I mean, I wouldn't recommend it, but it doesn't mean that it's not going to work for some people. There's plenty of people out there who love the Max Pro. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's a market for everything. But back to the subscriber's question, can you just buy the Max Pro and take every set to failure? Guys, you can build muscle on the Max Pro. It's just going to take longer. You're not going to be able to bring every set to failure, which is what we're going to be getting to in a minute, right? And you're not going to be getting the biggest muscle gaining benefits because concentric movement only, which the Max Pro does, only trains type 1 muscle, well, trains primarily type 1 muscle fibers, which don't have the potential to grow as much as type 2. Watch the first video I came out about the Max Pro. Please watch it, because I explained, I know it's not edited very well. Most of my videos aren't, but please, guys, it gives you tons of scientific information. I worked very hard on that video to try to explain to you what's good about the Max Pro, what's bad about the Max Pro. Guys, it's training mostly type 1 muscle fibers instead of type 2. Type 1 muscle fibers have less capability to grow bigger. So if you want a bigger body, it's going to take you longer to do, and you're never going to be able to gain as much as if you had a type 2 training, an eccentric type of training equipment. Because eccentric will train type 2 fibers more, okay? And back to the subscriber's question, you can take every set to failure on the Max Pro. Yes, yes. But only on one end of the spectrum. You have two different phases of an exercise. You have the concentric and an eccentric phase. The concentric phase, you will burn out faster than on the eccentric phase. you won't be able to do as many reps on the concentric phase as you can on the eccentric phase. So what does that mean? You're only exercising the concentric phase of your muscles. You're only exercising your muscles on their concentric portion of the movement. You're going to burn out real quick. You're not getting as much capability of muscle size and growth because, number one, you're burning out quick. Number two, the fibers don't grow as much. Number three, they can't handle as much weight either, right? You can't handle as much weight on the concentric phase. So for those three reasons, you're not building as much muscle. You can't exercise for that long. It's less time under tension. If you jump to the eccentric phase of a movement, you can load up on more weight. You can exercise for longer because it takes less energy from your body. And you can hold that heavier weight that you can load up on for more time because you're stronger. So what am I getting at? With the Max Pro, you know what, guys? I'm going to do a dedicated video to this. I'm going to come out with a video soon. I'm going to do my best to try to get this video out soon. I'm going to show you me burning out on the concentric with the Max Pro. I'm going to show you that. I'm going to, on camera, that's what I'm going to do. On camera, I am going to show you exactly what you will get when you buy a Max Pro. I am going to burn out on the Max Pro, on the concentric phase, to a point where I can't go anymore. I cannot go anymore. I am going to rip my muscles apart in front of the screen for you. On YouTube, on the internet, I am going to go to failure. The way I recommend you guys train, go to failure with the Max Pro. I'm going to do that on screen for you guys. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get on Tonal. And I'm going to put it on just an eccentric phase. You're going to see that when I can't do anything else on the Max Pro, because I've burned out my concentric only portion of my muscles' energy, you're going to see that I'm going to be able to continue to go exercising with the Tonal. That's what I'm going to do. But that's what I'm trying to explain. You can only burn out on one portion of a movement. So yes, you can burn out on the Max Pro. You can take it to failure. You can get some muscle gaining capability. You can get some strength capability. You can condition your muscles with it. Yes, you can do all these things, guys. Is it the best for it? No, it's not. Because you're only burning out on one phase. If I have a regular dumbbell, I can burn out concentric and eccentric. I can burn out on both, which means that I'm using up as much energy as my muscle can in order to destroy my muscles in every sense of being, so that they can grow back stronger in less time, because I'm using both phases. I'm using up, imagine only using 50% of the gas in your car. Imagine only being able to, you have a full tank, but you're only able to use 50% of it. That's what you're getting with the Max Pro. You can only use 50% of your muscles' capability. So, you can burn out on the Max Pro, but you cannot burn out completely, ever, never, ever. You can take it you can use the Max Pro till your arms fall off, till your legs fall off, till your head's rolling down the street. Guys, it doesn't matter. You can't burn out on the other phase. Your muscles will always have more energy left in them because you're not using the entirety of the energy. You cannot do it. You can't. It's impossible. The only way you're going to be able to use the eccentric force from the Max Pro is if you literally pick the Max Pro up and use the weight that it actually is built by as a type of weight in order to exercise with. Like you literally bench the Max Pro itself, like, because it has a little weight to it. That's the only way. But guys, since I still have the Max Pro from the awesome subscriber that lent it to me, I'm going to throw a video. If I thought of this idea, I probably wouldn't have made this video, but I've come this far, so I might as well finish the video. But I'm going to come out with a video, burning out on the Max Pro, showing you what you're going to get, and then show you that I can keep going. If I only had a way to do it. If I only had an eccentric, I could still keep going. I'm going to show you that. You're going to see. I think this video will help you guys get it, because I know it's not an easy concept to understand, but you guys gotta I want you guys to understand. I need you guys to understand, because I get so many questions about it. Guys, everyone wants to love the Max Pro, and there's no reason why you shouldn't love it, but you gotta know what you're getting. And I guess that's why you guys are asking me these questions, because you want to know what you're going to get. So, all right, you know, I'm going to show you in a video physically what you're going to get. I'm going to burn out till I can't do anything else. And then I'm going to hop on the tonal and continue to exercise using the other portion of my muscle. The other phase that my muscle holds energy in. And you're going to see I'm going to have a ton of energy left to keep going if I was able to. If the Max Pro let you. Because it doesn't let you. It's basically the same thing that I've been showing you for the longest time on Tonal. If you go ahead and put Tonal on 90 pounds concentric on a bench press, and then ramp up the eccentric to like a ridiculous amount, like 90 pounds coming up, and then maybe 150 pounds coming down, right? Let's say you did that. You'd be able to do it. But would you be able to lift the 150 pounds like this in the first place? No, you wouldn't. If you burn out on the lifting portion, you can lower the concentric weight, raise the eccentric weight. I hope you guys are following me. Raise the eccentric weight, and now come down with heavy weight. Even though you could not go any more on the concentric, you can still do the eccentric. I hope this makes sense. You will always burn out first on the concentric portion. You will never burn out first on the eccentric portion. Your muscles always have more to go on the eccentric. So if you have a concentric only machine, you're only burning out part of your muscle, part of your muscle's energy. You still have a ton left over that your muscle's like, yeah, I'm ready to go. Come on, use me, but you can't use it. Not on the Max Pro. On regular dumbbells, you can use it to a much greater extent. And how do you use it on a much greater extent? You bring the weight down slow. You can even do something as far as lift the weight with your opposite arm, then place the weight in the arm you're exercising and just let it come down. You can do that. There's people in the gym you'll see do that. They'll have their spotter, they'll lift the weight on the concentric for them, and they'll just bring it down on the eccentric. I do that on Tonal all the time. I turn the concentric weight super low in order to finish the set. If I want to burn out my muscles completely where there's no gas left in that car, in that tank, I turn the concentric super low, I keep the eccentric super high, and I just am basically doing eccentric training. You're ripping your muscles down. You're using like 90% of the gas in your car's tank. You're using 90% of the energy in your muscle. That's what you want to do. If I use the Max Pro till I can't go anymore, and my arm is like, and I can't do anything else, I can still exercise more if I had another machine with me, or a dumbbell, or anything. I can still exercise more. That's because you did not exhaust your muscles' energy fully. Because it won't let you. Max Pro won't let you. So if you have another equipment that will let you, you're getting more out of your workout. You're making faster gains. But does that mean the Max Pro will not give you any gains? No, it does not, guys. I'm not trying to tell you it will give you nothing, but I am trying to tell you that I wouldn't recommend it. That's all I'm saying. Again, it depends on what you want. It depends on what's good for you guys. All right? So I hope that you guys understand where I'm coming from. You know, I try to give you guys the best point of view that I can. Everything has something good to it. Even resistance bands, which I wouldn't recommend either. You know what I'm saying? But I would recommend them before the Max Pro. Like I said in my other video that I just came out with, I would recommend them before the Max Pro, because at least on that you can get an eccentric phase. All right? It's all about the science, guys. It's about the science. Not only is it about the science, guys, I have the unique capability of not only understanding the science and understanding what all this means, but I've lived it. I've lived it. So I've used the tonal. I understand what eccentric truly is. Because you can do like only eccentric reps on this. So I know that when I lift weight up like this, it's a lot less than what I can lift if I were to just bring that weight down. You know what I'm saying? I can bring down much more than I can lift up. So I physically know. I've seen it personally. It's not just a scientific research to me. It's not something foreign. It's not like, you know, I don't only go by studies, even though studies are super important. Studies are going to help me explain to you what I'm saying, but if I showed you physically, which I have in a million of my videos, you're going to see that you can bring down more weight on your muscles during that eccentric movement than you can lift physically on the concentric. So you're getting more weight on your muscles, which it's blatant. You're using more weight. So you're making all the gains you want more. Faster, bigger, stronger, everything, all right? So I hope this makes sense. I'm not saying the Max Pro's bad, guys. Believe me when I tell you there's a machine for everybody. There's a technique for everybody. Some people just do push-ups and they're happy with that. You know what I'm saying? But I just can't recommend it to you. You guys asked me what I recommended. I said I would not recommend that machine personally. Doesn't mean that you guys can't try it. Like I said also, it has a money-back guarantee, I think. Last time I checked, just double-check that. You can always just buy it and return it. Just like the subscriber who lent me the Max Pro. He quite literally bought it, used it, and was like, I don't like this thing. I'm going to let Joe borrow it. That's basically what happened. He just didn't return it. So, but he told me he doesn't use it. It sits in the corner of his room collecting dust. And then I posted that other video explaining to you guys between the Handy Gym, the Tonal, and the Max Pro, which one I would recommend. And then in that video, I had one of the awesome subscribers of this channel agree with me. I pinned his comment on the comments section to show you guys that what I'm saying is accurate, even to a Max Pro user, okay? So check out that video if you haven't seen it. It's going to give you a decent idea, I think a more than decent idea about what you're going to get if you buy one, what you're going to get if you buy a Handy Gym, what you're going to get if you buy a Tonal. Guys, I'm giving you the best that I can to give you well-rounded ideas to show you where you should funnel your money. Because all three of these options are expensive. But again, if Max Pro is what you want, go for it. Go for it. Guys, please don't feel like I'm against this machine completely. You know what I'm saying? There's a market for everyone and everything. I'm not saying don't go buying one. No, I wouldn't buy one. Okay? If you want to buy one, you can buy one. You can burn out on it on one phase. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm trying to convey to you. You can use it to a point. You will only forever, with the Max Pro, get half a rep. So you're going like this. That's what you're getting. You're never using this, which is what contains the most power, the most energy, the most potential for growth, okay? I'll come out with that video where I show you physically what this video is stating. I hope that video helps. I hope this video helps. I hope this all makes sense, guys. Be safe. Talk to you soon. I'll catch you guys at the next video.